Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the series strategy game, and we are returning to Let's Play of Hearts of Iron and 4. So, let's see where we stand and what we can do. So, we have, of course, conquered most of northern Germany, and this is a new PlayStation, so I do need to remind myself a little bit as well. So, we are pushing into here, and that is all okay. Now, there's one thing I am quite concerned up over here in Europe, and that is the Polish situation. As you can see, the resistance over here in Poland is incredibly high. And that is mostly because we've got basically two nations over here that are sort of vying for control. One is the Germans, but then there's also the Polish state. Now, the issue with the Poles is they've got a separate state down here, which is currently neutral around Katowice, I would say. So around over here, they have a presence, and that means that this territory here is technically counted as theirs. Now, I would love to get these guys into my coalition and hand them over this territory. Thing is, I can't right now because their democratic support isn't high enough. To increase their democratic support, we are going to send one of our operatives here and going to try to bail them out. Now, one more thing that we need to do is, I think it would be great to get a couple more operatives here so that we can, for example, free up this guy, and that we have just a little bit more ability to do things. And to do that, I think what we're going to do over here is get Stuart Mazanes into our government, and he's going to make us have a new operative slot, and that is going to be fine. And that should allow us to do a little bit more over here, a little bit more against the Soviets, who are crazy enough to invade Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? And then we've got the battle down here in the Pacific. So we are fighting the Japanese over here around Hong Kong, and I think we will be quite successful there. So that should be fine. But we're also vying for naval control over here. And we are in a dilemma on the naval side because we've got a couple of forces here. And in our, I think, second carrier flotilla, which is currently repairing, and this will take a while to repair. But as you can see, this fleet doesn't really have any capital ships apart from the carriers themselves. And you do need capital ships so that you are that you can basically guard the carriers against any naval attack. So we've got the Rodney over here, which is repairing, but we did lose the Nelson, and the loss of the Nelson does put up a dilemma. We do need these capital ships. We could, of course, take, let's say, from our home fleet, which is up over here. These guys do have quite a couple of battleships, and these could be pulled into that, but they are kind of slow. They only have a max speed of 26 knots. So that's not necessarily great, because these guys up over here have a speed of 32 knots. So we'd be losing quite a massive amount of our speed if we pulled in one of these older capital ships. So I think we have to build new stuff. Now, building a battleship would take ages, so that's not necessarily ideal, but what we can do is we could build a heavy cruiser. So sort of build our troops around our naval flotillas more around these guys. Now, I think just taking an old one, we do have, of course, have this one over here, but you can see it's also not that fast. We could sort of modify it around and try to get it, but it would be kind of difficult to modify these guys. So I think what we should be doing is build up an entirely new version of a heavy cruiser, and that is what we're going to do over here. We're going to use this light cruiser design here as the basis, and we're going to modify that in a couple of subtle ways. So firstly, we're going to take the medium battery here, and we're going to change it over to the light we do currently have the light cruiser battery. We're going to change that to a heavy cruiser battery. So that basically changes this classification over here, and you can see it's classified as a capital ship now. I don't think capital ship do need torpedoes, so let's take that away and let's replace that by dual purpose guns over here. And that should give us a nice ship over here with enormous amount of anti-air, with still very good light attack, and with sort of okay-ish heavy attack. This is not a heavy hitter. This is mostly a very fast ship that can stand its ground against enemy aircraft, and that can just protect what we need to protect. So that, I think, is fine. Question is, do we want to some protection over here? Now, it would give us slightly more health points. It would give us a little bit of armor, and it would reduce our speed a little bit. It would also be costing us a lot more here. So I'm not sure whether we really want that. You know what? Let's go ahead with that. I think some protection here is going to be fine. And that is going to be okay. So we're going to call these guys the Escort Heavy Cruiser, and that should be a-okay. And you should be based on, let's say, historical light cruisers? No, I would like to have historical heavy cruisers, and that should be okay, right. There we go. The shield. Shield seems perfectly fine to me. You know what? I think that's okay. Right. Let's save this up. That should be okay. And then let's make sure that these guys here are still considered as modern. And that's okay. And then we're going to get over here. And we're going to basically classify all of these guys here as outdated. We're going to produce one of these heavy cruisers. We're going to put it up in the priority up way over here. That should be okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change up a couple of things over here. So these guys here are the slowest to build up. And that should yield us some decent ships over here. It's going to take ages for these two guys to build. It's almost a year. So it's not ideal, but it is something that we can do. Now, the other thing that we could do is have a look over here. So we've got a couple of heavy cruisers over here, a couple from the Renown class. And I think these guys do deserve an upgrade as well. So let's get dual-purpose guns over here. Let's put on some radar. Let's put better anti-air stuff into here. That should be okay. Better dual-purpose guns. That's okay. And then I think up over here we could do a bit of a dual-purpose gun as well. So that should... Well, this would give us 2 big speed loss. You know what? Let's reset that. And I think... Oh, this, of course, this does already change up our speed. I didn't know that. That's interesting, though. Well, okay, let's reconsider this fleet then. So you guys here, what's your speed? 32.7 knots. So I wouldn't want a design that goes... Yeah, okay, so you know what? We must keep it as is. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep these guys as is, and we're going to deal with the rest. And that should be okay. Good. So let's jump into the actual gameplay over here. We've got these guys down here. We've rearranged our fleets a little bit. Doesn't matter too much. What I would like to do is pull these light cruisers here into the home fleet. You guys are around as well. So where are you actually? Okay, you are up over here, and you're now repairing, aren't you? No, you have been repaired pretty much. Oh well, yeah, that's nice. Good. Okay, let's do pull you into, well, not necessarily Singapore, but maybe Kuala Lumpur. No, you should not never repair. You should repair up over here. Okay, let's put you guys into Kuala Lumpur. That should be okay. We are repairing in Singapore. Let's actually check that for a second here. So yeah, you guys are all in where? Where is this? You are up over here. That includes Furious. Okay, so that's basically the second carrier. No, you guys are coming down here. Okay, that's fine. So second carrier flotilla is coming down here. First carrier flotilla will be transferred over here. That's okay. You guys are still repairing, so that's okay. You guys are you down here or are you in the North Sea somewhere? You're still in the North Sea, so I think it might make some sense to pull you guys towards down here. Where do we have a decent naval base? Actually up over here in with the... Okay, yeah, let's get you over there. That's okay. Right, so without further ado, let's resume the game over here. You guys are still preparing over here. We are trying to pull in some troops to Batavia. That's okay. And then up over here, there's the big battle. And, of course, against the Germans. We are currently trying to push through over here and cut off these guys over there. Now, we are being counterattacked here. That doesn't matter too much. I think we'll be easily able to win this battle. But I suppose what I could do is try to get you guys over here as well, so that we are sort of advancing on a broader front, trying to pin them in a little bit more aggressively. There we are, they're losing. Now we are counter-attacking, we should win that pretty easily. And that is kind of nice, isn't it? Right, let's get half of you over here. And one of you is going to join this attack. That's okay-ish then. You guys are going to support that attack as well, so that we hopefully are overwhelming them still. At the very least, once we have this area up over here, I think we'll be able to cut these guys off quite a bit more aggressively. In between episodes, I did also go ahead and shift these troops a little bit here to this area here, so that we have the ability to get the state of hazard, because you can see there's quite a couple of factories, and that would just be nice to grab that. Right, I think it would be great to go for the new radar station here. So yeah, let's try to unlock that as fast as possible. That's okay. We've got 54 days till we are gonna get the Albacore. If we research this would take much longer, so yeah, I think there is no way around that. Our red naval result over here, they lost a convoy. They also committed quite a big fleet over here. We've also got you guys down here, that's okay-ish. Right, let's check on the naval side. We've got the home fleet over here. You know what, I think I would very much like you to be part of Strike Force, and you guys are going to be operating these two theaters over here, so that we are engaging the Japanese, at least in that area, a little bit more aggressively. 91% over there, that's looking fantastic. And then up over here, we have now conquered this area, so that's perfectly fine. You guys are moving out of here. Well, you really shouldn't, honestly. You should actually try to support this attack. I think this defense here will go pretty well, and that should enable us to get rid of all of these guys here quite quickly. I would hope, at least. 79%, come on guys, do commit, then we can finish off these guys much more easily. And you can see just the effects of the Dutch, of the Polish resistance there as we are striking these guys. Right, okay, this is an issue. You guys do need to start preparing a defensive line over here. That is true for all of you. Right, because these guys down there don't have a harbor. Okay, yeah, this is not good. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You guys do need to... Oh, Jesus. Well, this is silly. These guys were just coming off from this attack over here. So they were kind of going in the wrong direction there. Let's make sure that you're all assigned to Hong Kong itself, just so that you're not losing anything over here. At least we've sunk the submarine, so that is nice. But still, I do need you guys to go back on land. This is not what we need to do. Okay, pretty big battle over here. You've damaged quite a couple of ships, but it doesn't seem to be too important. So this is actually the home fleet. Yeah. So that's why our fuel consumption is so low, so high as well. Right, guys, can you please? Okay, what we do need to do is bring up one of our ASW fleets, so our anti-submarine warfare fleets. Can you guys just try to come up over there and protect our fleets a little bit? That'd be fantastic. Right, up over here, this battle is still going great. This one isn't, so let's stop this attack. This is going nowhere. That's fine. Oh, and you sneaky guys can pass through there. Well, that is unfortunate. Right, let's grab you guys over here and let's try to attack into here, because I'm really concerned about this position. Right, so let's make sure that we are attacking from multiple sides over here. You guys stay where you are and support this attack. That should be a-okay. So 43% here. Yeah, but these guys are coming through the area down here, so do need to push in more aggressively to cut them off, really. Let's try to attack here with you. You, my friends, can try to attack as well. Let's see whether we can pull up enough troops to deal with this. Right, let's see. Right, the green troops up over here. You guys are preparing for offenses, but I'm not sure you'll be able to do that. Let's try to attack in Frankfurt itself, so that we have some local overwhelming power that might be okay. Right, let's keep an eye on the naval situation. There's a battle over here, a couple of our submarines against a couple of their stuff. Nothing too bad. And up over here, we've lost a convoy, but then again, they've lost a submarine against naval attack, so naval air attack, so that's okay. And you guys have at least made it on land, so it's okay. It's okay, not great, but okay. Right, you guys are now repairing. That's good and proper. And yeah, we can see that we are spending a lot on naval repairs over here. Great, I like it. We are starting some more aggressive attacks over here. Yeah, we've lost that convoy. That's okay. Where are you guys going? Yeah, you guys going back to Hong Kong. That's okay. And you guys can and should be going to Hong Kong as well. Great. Another submarine sunk. Nice. How about this battle? Is it escalating? It's always kind of dangerous if you see... Yeah. See, there we are. There's a big Japanese fleet with Mutsu over here. A heavy ship, of course. And a couple of light cruisers and stuff. Have we got home fleet, which is now sailing? Yeah, we've got these guys. So that's fantastic. Light cruiser fleet. You guys are doing mostly fine. You know what? I think I could cancel this repair task and simply split you guys off to repair, and that should be okay. And then what I can do is ask you guys here to patrol, so that you can find this sort of stuff earlier, that you might be able to do some damage against, especially the light ships. And that should be a-okay. Right, got it. Nice. Have we got any troops that are arriving down here now? It would be really fantastic if we did. Right, there we go. This Home Fleet joining up. A couple of our carrier groups here are over there. I think they have done some damage here against Mutsu itself. That's nice. Actually, 38 damage. That's kind of lovely to see. Good. Are you guys joining? I would be. Oh, very nice. Gain base war support. That's always very welcome, even though we are pretty high already. Right, why are you all disengaged? Come on, guys. Do engage more aggressively. I would like you guys to join. You understand that, don't you? I mean, you're probably just covering for the retreat here, but still, that'd be really lovely. Okay, not a big battle then. And you guys are now retreating, so it's a bit so-so. Alright, another submarine sunk there, that's great. You guys all up over here. And another battle down here. You know what? What we're going to do then is we're going to ask you guys here to do some convoy escort in this area here. You should be able to protect them, right? So you should come in. There you are. Unfortunately, we didn't sink anything this time, but maybe next time. Ooh, look at that Mutsu over here. Received a lot of critical hits, actually, by the light guns of these light cruisers. So that's fantastic. That's actually very nice. We've got a good chance here to sink Mutsu with our light cruiser fleet. And that is the reason why I love these guys so much. Right. Going nowhere, are we? I think we are definitely pretty much going nowhere with this battle. Okay, let's change the plan. Let's ask all of you guys to be concentrated in this area down here. And then ask you guys to not really attack the Glyvids, but really only into there. Maybe it's going to work out at some point. How about Frankfurt? Okay, Frankfurt attack has also failed, it seems. So that is unfortunate. Any of the other points over here seem to be a little bit weaker, but then again we can only attack from two directions, and you can see we're not really able to beat them over here. So even though we've got 5 divisions, maybe if we can funnel in a little bit more, then that should make Frankfurt really untenable for them. Right, Italy, you guys are attacking over there, that's okay. Where are our troops that are going to come into here? It's going to take them a while. Some Japanese transport, not a big deal. Some early submarine sunks there, nice. Good. Okay, that's fine. That's fantastic so far. You guys are still decrypting Japan. Should we be able to get more operatives? Just 9 more days until we can get some. And then we can also try to rescue this operative, this gentleman over here. And you should be able to do that. So yeah, at some point we should be getting more supplies over there, more units over there. Right, can you support this really? It would be so fantastic if we could break through over here. And I mean, these guys are shy on supplies, so really should be able to get something out of this. 74% over here. Yeah, our guys are going to fall out of line here as time goes on pretty nastily. Let's try to get more of our guys to join in and maybe fill up these ranks, as these guys are probably, hopefully, going to withdraw at least a couple of them. One of them, so that we can overwhelm the other. Yeah, I think that is going to work. Yeah, there we go. Overwhelm the other. Advance into there. Have these guys over here. That's kind of okay. You guys are trying to move down here, which is pretty nice as well. I mean, we could try to leapfrog over here and just try to get into there as fast as possible. Overwhelm them, and then have you here just stand back. I think that's going to be okay. Right. Interestingly enough, these guys here in Frankfurt are attacking to this other side over here, and you guys are all there, so that's nice. And up over here, honestly, we might just want to change that up a little bit, like so. Have we got Hessen now? No, we have not yet at least. Okay, you guys are coming in down here, and you're going to be under attack by that tank immediately. But that is pretty much deliberate, because now we are being attacked from all of the guys who are currently in Frankfurt. And that means if these guys are going to lose out on their organization, we might do a counter-attack, and that might be very successful. So that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Right, let's do keep in mind that we've got our naval fleets ready down here, and see whether there's anything that we do need to be too mindful about. Okay, guys, this is a bit weird. Can you just get rid of this, please? And then you guys can go ahead and draw a line sort of like that. And you're going to move into position for that. So that's okay. Good. I like it. Nice. Just another submarine there. Not a big deal. We're holding out pretty nicely over here. Look at that. Someone is making landing at what looks about Anzio or Rome. Not too bad. Yeah, and let's keep an eye on Frankfurt, because these guys are now extremely low on organization. So, capturing this city, yeah, there we are. These tanks are not going to be able to hold out for long. There we go. And let's grab half of you guys over here and bring it down into this area so that we are holding here a little bit as well. And then all of you guys here can maybe try to attack into that. That'd be lovely. Let's grab one of you guys to attack into there as well. Yeah, so that should give us control over Hesse. Yeah, it does. And that does give us control over quite a couple of other factories here, which is very nice as well. So let's make sure. No, not Ostmark, Hesse. That's cool. Okay, fine. So that's doubly good, because it does reduce our... it does increase our factories, but it also reduces the factories of the Germans. And of course, the amount of the German stuff that needs to be brought down by strategic bombing. So yeah, I think that's going to be fantastic. Right, okay, more and more attacks over here. I don't mind if the Germans do want to attack us. I'm perfectly happy about that. An operative can be recruited. Anything else that we want? No, I don't think we need to be specifically worried about the Germans, so let's just pick an American here. Right, that's fine. And then you guys should actually start to boost our ideology in Poland, so that you guys are sort of working up over there and hopefully gonna make the Poles feel a little bit more inclined to join us. And that'd be fantastic. Right, 5 divisions up over here. A lot of them are moving. No, just one of them is moving. The rest has supply issues. Question is, should we be too mindful about these guys there? Right, stop this attack, it's pointless. Stop this attack, it's pointless. Okay, you are asked to execute that. Okay, that's fine. Stop it though. Right, and then you guys are still defending over here. This looks pretty nice to me. Yeah, I think we're just overwhelming them piece by piece. That's fine. I'm happily gonna take these odds. So yeah, that's kind of nice. Right, up over here. Oh, we did miss this. See, it's so difficult to just find the right pace. Nevertheless, it does look like we were engaging quite a couple of heavy ships over here. 2 heavy cruisers, 4 light cruisers, 8 destroyers, and we were able to sink most of them except for 2 heavy cruisers. So that is lovely. And then down here, another convoy. That's not a big deal. And another convoy, also not a big deal. And we've got the last 2 heavy cruisers that are being hunted down by our light cruisers over here. And we are indeed able to sink both of them and make good work of that. So happy about that. Even minimal, very minimal damage over here to us. A couple of these guys here are damaged. That's okay. I think we're going to repair them. And then they're going to join back up. That's fantastic. That's actually a super nice result for us. So yeah, still that doesn't take into account most of the very, very heavy Japanese fleets, but I think this is going to be nice. Right, you know what? Let's grab 6 of you guys over here and join up on the Japanese fleet or Japanese front over there, and see whether we can support you. And you know what? 2 of you as well. I think that's okay. And then you know what? One of you, just one of you, is also going to stay in Hong Kong. Right, fantastic. Good stuff over here. How about Germany? Right, you know, still being attacked over here. Yeah, just doesn't seem viable to attack here, though. Not for the moment. Not while we're being attacked. We would need just one single turn where we're not being attacked. And there is a danger that they're going to just grind us down very, very gradually here. But let's see about that. We're losing convoy against some Japanese subs. Okay, that's interesting. Right. Also, speaking about production, actually, we did research the aircraft there, right? The Spitfire scout plane. And let's build a couple of these guys. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, just a couple I think is going to be fine. Does mean we're shy on aluminium, but fine, there we go. Let's Spent more on that then. Okay, you guys down here, you're sort of in, but you didn't quite know whether you can attack. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a difficult position to attack, but still, I think on this flank we do have some advantage. And over here in Germany, yeah, we've now pretty much got all of Hesse, except for this southern bit here around Darmstadt. Alright, I suppose. Yeah, do attack into there, you're not going to be successful. But yeah, all of these guys, look at how much stuff they've got. They are facing severe material shortages. It's not a big surprise, but still nice to see. Good, you guys are coming into here, and you are indeed facing off against a couple of Japanese divisions. To be expected, but I think as you'll be building up some organization there, that should be okay. Right, likewise down here. Okay, this attack is not going anywhere unless we are going to drastically change things. So that's unfortunate, I would say. Right, not much we can do about that though. But one thing that we should do is just merge you up, and then you guys are still not quite repaired, so that's okay. We'll need to deal with that over time. You guys are all doing fine, so you're now patrolling in this area. That should make it a little bit harder for them to get some supplies. We've got this entirely enciphered, so that's also kind of nice to see. Right, how about our operatives? You guys are all doing sort of the thing that I want you to do, so that's nice. There we go, radar is done. We've got all of this. This is a little bit out of time, but not really. I mean, on the other hand, this would be very much out of time, so yeah, not really, no point really doing this. Right, that does mean we are researching this, we are researching that, that's all kind of okay. We do need better fighters at some point for our carriers nonetheless, so we are mostly using heavy fighters for most things, of course, but still. On the other hand, light cruisers up to, well, light cruiser organization would be fairly nice. Sub detection, capital ships, all of this is good. And these are very long-term projects, so it might be useful to start them now. I think everything else over here, I mean, all of these things are nice, kind of, but not really crucial. Better AA might be useful. Support, you know what we do desperately need is actually police, because we are still very much facing a shortage of infantry equipment, and that I think is largely due to the fact that we do need garrisons, so yeah, that's something to consider up over there. How much, guys? Let's try another attack over here. Let's try to overwhelm them. We've got the organization, so hopefully we're going to be able to break them. I mean, we are facing some supply issues here as well, so maybe it's not ideal to pull in all of our troops here. Okay, stop it then. Do just face off against that attack. And you know what? You guys do extend all the way over here. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Right, up over here in the west. Well, we've got this covered, so maybe try to make a breakthrough over here. Let's try to be aggressive about this. Right. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think we're easily breaking them over here. So that's pretty good. And then I think that should hopefully sort of spiral out of control here in the adjacent regions for them. Germans are attacking into the middle of our line there. That's not a big deal. Yeah, so we've got more troops than they've got over here, but still not ideal. You know what? This might be tempting. Okay, let's try to attack a bit. You know what? Stop it. Stop it for now. Let's get all of you over here. Let's win this battle. There we go. Then let's attack. Let's get over there, then there. Have you guys attack, have all of you attack there. So that at least we are cutting off these guys there in the north. And these guys seem to be much lower in organization, so yeah, I think we are winning easily over here. And that is indeed fantastic to see. Let's keep a couple of these guys up over here to defend. That's okay too. And then we are breaking into here. It's not that big a deal, but still it's a couple of divisions, so I'm going to be happy about that. Right, you guys are all moving down there. You know what? Let's do move into Lublin instead. Just to flank them out there. prevent them from getting any reinforcements. Have the cavalry come into their rear over there and prevent them from withdrawing as well, or at least regaining any of the organization. So yeah, there we go, 95%. We've got the ferry albacore, so that's nice. Let's actually do research just right away the black-ground rock, that's okay. And then in terms of production, we do of course need to change a couple of things now. So where's it? Swordfish, that's outdated. Let's go for the albacore. Let's do add a couple of factories over here over time. Should be okay, right? We are. Oh, we've got a couple of Lancasters here. Well, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a lot of these guys here that might actually be in reserve. So, you know what? We can dial down, I think, a little bit on our heavy bombers in favor of some of these naval bombers. That's okay. Right, there we go. And we are winning up over here. So let's just briefly finish this up. And I think that's going to take not too long at all. So there we go. Let's bunch in over there. Have you guys come down here. Pretty much just to overwhelm you. And I think that's going to be working out fairly nicely for us. And yeah, again, all of these guys here. And there was another building sabotage. So yeah, just as you can see, it's kind of tough. Right, more and more Japanese fleets down here. Couple of them over there. Yeah, these Japanese armies over there are going to be tough to break, but I still think it's okay. How's Poland doing? So in terms of their political allegiance, so popularity of Democratic is it's slowly going up. So we could invite you to the faction if the popularity is greater than 30%. That's kind of significant there. I think the Germans have pushed in a little bit over here from where they were before, which is unfortunate, but still okay. A lot of Greater Hungary divisions that we are facing off now. So we've got Franken over here, we've got Hessen over there. Württemberg would be really nice to break, but don't think that's really possible right now. You know what, let's try to attack into here. And the reason for that is basically so that we can cut off all of these guys over there. And that might be fine. Yeah, I think we will be able to overwhelm them there. Right, let's try to get into here as well with you guys. And that should be a-okay. Right, so that being said, we are slightly over the 30-minute mark. So I think this is a nice place to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and all of that, and oh my. And I hope to see you around next time. Bye-bye, guys.